Greeting my friends and fellow modelers. Welcome to the family and the last part of Marek Model's Me110G-2. So, without further ado, let's complete this bad boy. Let's begin. So, we're going to do the instrument panel for the Directional Finder. This is mounted immediately behind the pilot seat or directly in front and above the radio gear installation in the Navigator section. Simple, straightforward, nice. So this bulkhead is what will support the machine gun at the back and also some ammunition drum. Just showing a simple installation and how I fold the parts. Let's get this one out of the way. Good. We'll install this later. So, I'm going to just let the video speak for itself, but this is basically where the seating for the gunner and navigator takes place. The sides for the seat. Now we get a piece of toothpick where we will substitute for the base of the chair. We then mount it on the stand and the chair will now go on here. Use the toothpick again to roll to the desired angle the seating. Nice. Now certain parts were just too small even for me to be cutting, so I had to substitute. For example, the stand, vertical stand here, I just simply doubled the sheet, and this now I use a toothpick to form the rail, apply the seating, and then add the verticals. Once finished, I'll just paint the edge and install. Good. And then we put in the navigator we're gonna seat in. Nice. And then the rear bulkhead that will support our machine gun. Lovely. There you go. Looking good. So the canopy was really complicated. For me, it's essential. Get a brand new X-Acto knife blade number 11 and start cutting away slowly and cleanly. What I did to ensure that I could cut safely was to literally use super glue and smear the top of it so I could cut out everything cleanly. And now I've decided, why not make it a little more difficult by cutting each individual part, the sections, out. So I'm going to subtract the main section from the pilot's canopy. That's one. And then we decide, let us glue onto, using super glue, onto shrink wrap, which I find make excellent glass representation for it at this scale. And it doesn't fog. And then I'm cutting out the main canopy. This now I use a toothpick to fold over the edges where the main sections, where the bend is. It works wonders for me. I don't know about you, but I have a few books from the Walk Around series, Squadron Signal, and I always refer to whatever reference I can find online or in the limited books I have that shows what the canopy look like. And then I decided to cut this extra piece off because of course we're going to turn it into a G2 as much as we can. So the canopy arrangements for opening is slightly different. Now we're doing the pilot's canopy and windshield. So we cut the parts out and then super glue each part onto the thin plastic sheet that I use, fold where it needs to be folded, and we apply in position. And pretty much this is how we'll do the rest of the canopy. The directional finding aerial antenna that's placed under the fuselage, for me, I found cut a very thin strip of black cardstock, and then over the handle of a paintbrush I wrap it, I then put a tip of super glue to hold it in place, take it off, strengthen that with super glue, and then cut as required and glue underneath. And to me, simplest, easiest way to get the job done, and guess what? It works. Nice. If you have any other tip, you can let me know. And then we're putting the other aerials on the side. So it's two sets. We install the first set, and then the second set goes further back. Lovely, lovely. I quite love the look of this kit at 1/72nd scale. Pretty darn neat. Awesome. And of course now we're going to be building the machine gun, which I did out of toothpick, and I'm sure there's an easier way, but I found just simply using toothpick to form the barrels and then cut the parts and pieces to make the gun, using crazy glue to hold the parts I need. And then of course just do a test fit, dry brush paint black, and then once reinstalled I just crazy glue into position and leave it there. Finishing touches, the aerial. Super glue into position, and we just make sure that it's not interfering with the open canopy of the pilot station. We put our thread, crazy glue. You'd be amazed how hard a crazy glue can hold that thread, make it firm, make it solid. Do the tail section, simple cut, join the central piece, And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A BF110, a Marek model kit, looking quite spectacular. I highly recommend this kit. And there you have it. Thank you so much for following my journey. Take care, everybody. Good luck. See you on the next build, and one love.